Well, here we go again. Welcome back to Thoughts While Thinking and Rearranging Prejudices. In the world of propaganda, the truth is always a conspiracy. Well, I may be a conspiracy because I think I'm working on the truth, but I may be rearranging my prejudices, but I think I'm looking at the facts. And I don't think the Democrats really want you to know how much fossil fuel it takes to power an electric car. You got to pump it out of the ground. I mean, that's got a labor and a lot of equipment expense and thing to get that stuff out of the ground. And then when you get it out of the ground, you've got either natural gas, coal, or oil. And you go into the power plants and they generate that electricity. And then they send it out over these expensive power lines to your house and car. And those power lines, they cost a lot of money too. I mean, and a lot of material goes in there. There's a lot of coal heat goes into making those steel towers and stuff you got to look at. And those refineries, they just kick out that electricity and they work off of a steam turbine, and those they heat that turbine with some kind of energy, mostly coal and oil. But makes a steam, and they turn that generator and generate the electricity, and they send it out over that old powerful, expensive power line. And one of those generators that we're talking about. Look at that steam pipe going in there. That's a pretty big thing uh, to give you an idea how much that all. And that's just one little generator. And that generator, they go in there and they turn it into steam and turn that generator and put that out and right on down the line. And the coal-powered plants, they do the same thing. I mean, it just don't make any difference. You got to get that steam in there to turn that turbine to generate that electricity. And all of it works about the same. And it takes a lot of water to cool those things. And like that, just on the solar energy deal, it takes 80 gallons of water to cool that for 1 kilowatt hour electricity. And on the coal and gas powered plants, it takes about 600 gallons of megawatt electricity. And the energy bill just go up as the price of energy goes up. And they keep raising the price, and there ain't no limit to it. And electric rates are there increasing just at an enormous rate. And you got to remember that you can't get more out of something than what you put into it. So the efficiency on this stuff's about 30 or 40%. And so you lose in the production of electricity from the oil and gas energy. You lose about 30 or 40%. So that makes a lot of difference too. And the high tech and the mass media and stuff, they keep telling you how cheap this is to make those cars electric. And one of those electric batteries that cost about $1,000, and to get rid of it is about $100,000 to get rid of that titanium. And lithium and all that kind of stuff in there. And it's all part of the plant. And when those gas prices get up to around $4 or $5, your economic system starts to fail. And that sets in having to get the government coming in and wanting to support you and send you stimulus checks and all that kind of stuff and print money. Well, that causes inflation. And another thing that causes a lot of inflation is that minimum wage. Every time you increase that minimum wage, the prices go up. And when you're poverty at the bottom of the pit to keep on digging, it don't matter whether you're got $1,000 an hour on that minimum wage. All the rest of the wages are going to increase proportionately, and the buying power is going to be the same or less. But that's all part of the United Nations and the world deception. And those fat cats in Washington, they're sitting there with their feet in a trough and getting their big salaries and uh, benefits and stuff. And they think everybody else is doing the same. They hadn't looked around. They don't know that you're having a tough struggle. They just want to keep thinking that they're doing a great job for you, and they eat high on the hog. And we're looking down at them and appeal and wanting some. They say you're making me feel guilty. Well, we ain't going to be feeling guilty. That poor fellow there, high prices drove him out of a job, and how he's having to work real hard to figure out how to provide for his family. He's always been a hard worker. He's going to find a way to do it, but right now he's in a world of hurt. We've got to start thinking for ourselves, or the media will think for us. Got to get our heads out of the sand. And they're putting a Muslim on that old dollar. And when they go to that Bitcoin and digital money and start manipulating those prices, they're going to keep all of it for themselves and share a little bit with you. And then they're going to think that because you want a little bit of help out of that, you're greedy. Well, hard workers can't be greedy. And there's a crisis ahead, and it's a brewing, and there's a dark cloud, and the economic collapse is coming, and unemployment is just going to be there, and that brings in a lot of world of hurt through bankruptcies, out of a job, and everything, and foreclosures. And just troubled and unhappy to the shake-up. And the economic collapse is a planned collapse. I mean, they're planning this collapse. That's what they're working for. But they're telling you, the big mass media and the high-tech, everything is fine. Well, we got to know what fine is when the government's out of money and you're out of money, and they start printing it to get all that stuff done. Then you're in real trouble. And when you go to working out of this stuff, the words are meaningless unless you take action on them. And you only have the rights that you're willing to fight for. So what kind of rights are we trying to fight for right now? Well, that's my thoughts while thinking and rearranging my prejudices. And we got to remember the purpose of the Constitution is to limit the power of government, not the power of the people. And we washed around and rearranged some prejudices and told some truths, and so it's goodbye, and we'll see you on the flip side.